Welcome to today's Sports Live. Oh, we're live here. Okay.
It's our first hockey show.
We're talking college football today.
This edition of Baseball Today.
Football today back here.
Welcome back to basketball today.
Got the double box. Bring it on, baby.
This is giving me Russell Westbrook vibes.
I'm just too strong.
Well, there goes the encyclopedia.
Him and Rihanna would create like a mega mind type.
He
Put
really
this
good.
decision on a coin flip, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Kansas City. Kansas City.
More
We
perfect that we
all
brought
have
that today.
computers in front of us.
All right, and that is why we skip hooping. Yeah.
The spitting image of Cooper Cup.
Ricky Patalco about to lose his mind. And
Kadarius Toney, Ni Hao, you better start learning Chinese.
we got two Rangers fans here, so
No.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode. Today we're talking baseball. Super exciting. Let's get right into it. Our first segment, pick a player. We're going to look at two players and just their stats. We don't know who it is, and we're going to pick which one you would want off their stats.
I like this. Getting right in. No headlines.
No headlines. We don't even need headlines.
I like
Who
this.
needs Didi Gregorius?
Let's see.
Pick a player.
Pick a
That's who I
player.
pick.
No.
I got one option, and I'm picking him. All right.
All right.
Oh,
Player one.
30-30. All right.
30-30.
With 30 and 50, though.
So OPS plus is
Okay.
about the same,
They're about even
Yeah.
there. I mean,
At
okay, a
four.
slightly
Even
better
so.
WAR, which means
He's-
he's probably better defensively.
but you get some more.
I'm rocking player two. All-around offensive production, for me at least, is better.
Wait, we're picking which
We're
one?
picking which
okay.
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I
What
thought
is
we had to
the-
like say who was who.
No.
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 All right, so
no.
batting 276, 29.
I'm locking in player two. I mean, 30 and
I'm
50.
taking player. I'm
you
taking
can't,
player one.
You're
Really?
taking player one. You can't go
I'm
wrong
player-
with 30
player
and
two.
50. His F4 is just slightly better.
And look at the outs
Yeah,
above
right,
average.
more-
Outs above-
I'll take
player
a guy
two's-
who wins more. I'll take a guy who's getting.
But you don't
gonna
know
get
if he's
me
winning more.
awards.
Is he winning more?
I mean,
but
who's
29,
barely-
He might just be a
0.4
DH. Player
difference.
two might just be a DH.
Exactly.
Player two could just simply be a DH.
I don't need a DH.
That's offensive production. I'm going player two.
I
That's
agree
my
with
pick.
that.
Player two is our
Player one.
choice.
I'm going player one.
This
It's gonna be
side
some
picks
fraud,
player
isn't it?
two.
Alrighty.
And now let's
Let's
see
see.
who the heck it is.
Yep,
Bobby
I knew it. I knew it.
I'm taking Bobby. Bobby Witt's the future. Plain and simple.
I'm still taking
Bobby Witt's the
Lindor.
future.
I knew it. Listen,
Like-
Lindor gets hated on just because he's not hitting 290. He is still probably the best shortstop in baseball.
Best shortstop
That
in
is
baseball.
Who's
That's
better?
a bold claim.
Who's
all
better
right,
than
all
him?
right. Let's
Who
see.
do we
Who
got?
can we run
Ellie
through? Who's
Cruz?
better?
Who did you just say?
Ellie Cruz.
Ellie
Dude,
Cruz.
he's batting like 150 in the past
disagree.
3 months.
That's
a
a little
little
bit
crazy.
Real sensitive topic.
I do like Bobby Witt Jr.
I don't know if Bobby Witt would be the best, but I definitely like Bobby Witt.
I mean, for the future, yeah, Witt.
Right.
Witt's had a crazy year.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, we got another one.
All right, slightly better average on player two.
A
with
lot more stolen bases.
No
player one.
offensive production outside of the homers. I guess a better OPS.
127 OPS plus.
Is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
With only 3 stolen bags.
Is that?
I'm going.
I have a feeling I know who player two is.
Wait, who's your guess?
No,
No.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna.
I want to.
No, you can't say it.
I want to hear your
No,
pick.
no,
You
no,
have to hear
no,
your
I
no,
think
pick.
I'm wrong. I think I'm completely wrong.
Well, you have to
Now
say
that
it.
it is.
Now you have to
Now
say
you
it.
In my head, it was Xander Bogaerts, but I don't think it is.
I don't think he's
Bogarts.
73.
Ooh. I mean, you were
I
like
didn't even
kinda
get to
close.
choose.
I was going player
I
one.
would have chosen player two.
Of
Just
course you would have.
because. Well,
Brandon
because
Nimmo
Nimmo
walks.
has the speed. It's not
Brandon
like he just
Nimmo
doesn't
walks.
steal
It's his
bases. He
walks.
has
Yeah.
the speed. And
So
he's
why is he
a
stealing
great
bases?
defender.
There's no excuse to not steal bases this year.
Nimmo doesn't need steroids.
Very true.
Tatis plays right field. He's an outfielder now, and
Fernando.
in my opinion, he's doing a great job out there.
I also
Good
don't
offensive
like the Padres
production.
announcer too. Padres announcer.
Well,
Probably
you
the
don't
worst
like
announcer
you
in
don't like the
baseball.
Crone Zone.
He
Not a big
is
fan of
so
that.
he's
Slam
like the
Diego?
Hornets. He's like the Hornets
Slam
announcer in
Diego.
basketball, just over the top. I don't need it. I don't need it.
But I get chills when I see that Camarena grand slam.
You get chills.
I get chills every time. Camarena, deep left field, and the grand slam.
No, I don't need that guy.
says
Cousin
now.
Gary Cohen's better. And I'm taking
Okay.
Nimmo too. I'm taking Gary
All right,
Cohen
I'll
and
take
Brandon.
Nimmo.
Allen.
I'm taking
And I'm
Tatis.
taking Francisco Lindor.
I'm taking
All right.
Tatis. Still my
Okay.
pick.
Let's
Out of
see.
those
Steroid
two.
boy.
We got one more. All right.
One more.
19 and
pitcher.
5.
Ooh.
Look
That's
at
a
that
good
Player
record.
two. Player two. He gives you more innings.
Yeah, if you're
That's-
managing a
it's
baseball
wins
team,
and losses don't matter as a
isn't
pitcher.
pitcher's
Wins
stat.
and losses
Exactly.
don't
That's not a
matter.
pitching stat.
Same whip. War is pretty similar. I mean,
0.5 points less a
the
year
war
or
does
whatever.
it. The war says it for
Yeah,
itself.
I mean, this is
better,
same
better
whip.
innings.
I'm
11 and
taking
13. It's got to be a
player-
good pitcher
we
on
all
a bad
take
team.
player two by
Yeah,
LA.
and we're going
Yeah.
player
Now,
2, and it's not even close.
Who do you guys think
Who do
player
I
two is?
player two?
Player 2. It's got to be
You're the
somebody
best.
okay,
11
on
and
a
13
bad
between-
team who's playing.
Could I? No, Kodai Senga has a sub 3 now.
Who?
Kodai Senga is
Yeah,
a 298.
Yeah, he's so.
I don't know
11
if I
and
want player
13.
two.
I
Yeah,
feel like it's like
I'm locking
Burns.
into.
It's got to be a guy on a bad
No,
team.
Burns-
Corbin Burns.
sorry,
has
sorry,
to-
They would have wins.
Yeah,
Burns
he
would
has
have
to have more
wins.
I don't know.
Burns would
I
absolutely.
mean, they're
have
playoffs.
wins.
If the Brewers are 11 and 13 and Corbin
That's
wins,
very
like that's
true.
yeah.
Yeah,
Very
I
true.
mean, good for
I'm
them.
going player two. I
Player
don't,
two.
I don't care who it is.
Player
I'm
2 is
going
the
player
lock.
two.
It's gonna be
Alright,
some
let's see.
Logan
Logan
Webb.
Webb.
I would-
Spencer Strider, most overrated player in baseball.
Strikeouts don't mean everything.
We'll talk about him a little
Strikeouts
bit.
don't
Overrated
mean
player in
everything.
baseball.
I absolutely agree.
I mean, and Logan Webb, the Giants aren't going to make the playoffs anymore, but
No, they're not.
he was a big reason why they were on track to or on
Absolutely.
pace to.
Yeah.
He's
So
a
they've
big
kinda
reason why
crumbled
he's
this
pitched
last-
good over the past
last
couple
month.
years. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last year he pitched great. Had a couple really good MLB The Show cards.
Yeah, I
I
picked him
used
up
that
in my
card
Royals
forever.
franchise, and he pitched me to a sub 3 on our run
Here we
to
go.
our third straight World Series in
Very cool.
2027.
Very cool.
Yeah.
If that happens, hey, the Royals can make a run.
Yeah.
They had the future for it. Absolutely.
All right, we're going to head on to our youth movement. The playoffs this year, very exciting. We've got lots of guys coming in under the age of 25 or 25. Which do you think is going to have the biggest impact on the playoffs?
All right. My pick, a little obscure. I don't know if everybody absolutely knows about him. Isaac Paredes.
Okay.
Okay.
He's 24 years old. I thought he was at least like 35, honestly. He's 24. Nobody really knew about him coming into this year. He had a couple of bad years up until this year. He's 24 years old. He's hitting 250. He's going to end the year with 30 homers and most likely 100 RBIs. He's like 3 shy of 100 right now. And I think if the Rays make it far in the playoffs this year, that's going to be a big reason why he's going to lead them to ALCS if they have the right matchups. And that's my locked-in pick. And yeah, what you got?
That's a great pick. Honestly, I think I was expecting you to say Corbin Carroll, and I would
It's a
agree
gimme
with
pick,
that pick,
absolutely.
but I think we should give some love to Corbin. Sorry, not Corbin.
Well, what are we doing
You just
here?
gave love to Corbin
What
Carroll.
are we doing here?
I think we
Easy
should give
pick.
some love to Ellie De La Cruz.
Okay.
Well, they're not a
Dude,
playoff
get
team.
out- no,
they're
get
not a
out of
playoff
here
team
with
yet.
that.
Absolutely
They're not
not.
a playoff team
No.
yet,
No.
but you can't count them out. You can't count
See,
them out. They
I
got a
would say
3.5%
a
chance of
casual answer is Corbin Carroll, an even more
More
casual answer is Ellie De La Cruz.
He's
Even more-
he's got the
Even
he's a-
more casual
I think
answer.
it's
the
the
Instagram
future
answer.
of Reds baseball, and go Reds,
Future of
go.
Reds.
I have,
Go
okay,
Reds,
I have
go.
2 questions for you. Have you seen the standings? Have you seen Ellie De La Cruz's stats over the last 3 months?
Have you
Yes, I
seen
have.
Ellie De La Cruz's stats after the first week he played?
Like
That's very
since the
true.
All-Star break, he's like
I don't care.
it's insane.
I
He's
do
terrible.
not care.
He's
The Reds
terrible.
aren't even going to make
How
the
dare you
playoffs.
call him terrible?
I would take Fernando Tatis when he was suspended over the way.
Dude,
Ellie
I'll
De
take
La Cruz
Danny
is
Burger.
playing
I'm
right
taking
now.
Danny Burgers over Ellie De La
No,
Cruz
you're
right
not.
now on the base pass.
No, you're not. You're
Danny
gonna
Burger's
be
on the
so
base
surprised.
Dude, the Reds aren't making the playoffs, so
Yes,
I'm not going to be
1.5
surprised.
games out, 4
They're
games
not
left,
making it.
They're gonna make it.
They're
No,
not
they're
making
They're
it.
gonna make it.
No.
Come
Those
back
are
to
too
this
bad.
in
Those are
5
too bad.
Come back to
takes.
this on Sunday, and they're not going to be in.
Yeah, Ellie De La Cruz is going to go 0 for 14 the next 3 games, next
That
4
is
games
rich.
with 14 strikeouts.
He's gonna lead them to the World Series.
My
the
pick,
World
the right
Series.
pick. Pitching is all the game in the postseason. You need
That's fair.
pitching. The Dodgers,
Okay.
obviously, they're a big Julio Urias. So I'm not going to get into whatever he did, but he's out, so the Dodgers need somebody to step up, and it's Bobby Miller. He's been great all
Okay,
year.
that's fair.
He's going to do great. He's going to need to step up in a postseason role. Again, pitching is the name of the game in the postseason.
Talk about filthy MLB The Show cards.
Yes.
Bobby Miller.
Gross.
Bobby Miller.
And he's got a little bit of heat to it. He's got a little bit of that fire to
Some
him.
velo, absolutely.
Bobby Miller, I think, was the clear-cut pick. Way better than your pick. Way better than your pick.
Okay. Now,
And
All
way
right,
better than
Katie.
any other
All
player.
right.
way better than any other.
Oh, what's up? How are you, Jessica?
Right. Well, it certainly sounds like you guys have some strong opinions. We'll have to see how that
course.
all plays out. Let's head into our headlines for today. First up, we've got Ronald Acuna Jr. became the first ever 40 for 70 player as the Braves walked off the Cubs in extra innings. Where do you think this season ranks in all time?
I mean, it's one of the greatest offensive seasons in a while.
Haven't seen that
In the
yet.
NL. I'll say in the NL.
I-
Because Aaron Judge had one of the best offensive seasons
That's
ever
true.
last year in the AL.
Yes,
But
he
I'll
did.
say the NL, it's one of the best offensive seasons in a little bit.
McChrystal's loving it over there. Big Ronald Acuna fan.
Big Brave guy.
Big
McChrystal's a big
even
Braves fan.
bigger Braves fan.
McChrystal's
Absolutely.
a big Braves fan.
Yeah, I mean, I think 40-70 is something obviously we've never seen before,
Right.
and I don't think we will see it unless it comes out of Acuna again probably next
yeah.
year.
Exactly.
Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if he replicates it next year. And I mean, obviously, in large part to the shortened base pass this year with the bigger bases.
Yeah.
I don't know if that
How
plays
much?
that.
Yeah, I hear
I
that. How
think-
much do you guys think that
I
actually?
don't know.
Like, what
I
is
mean,
that? Like
maybe
maybe
10.
a foot total with both
It's a-
bases.
I think
It's a
maybe
game of
maybe a foot
milliseconds.
60
It's a game
instead
of
47.
milliseconds.
Like
I don't
if he's stealing 70 with bigger base pass, he's probably like maybe
Probably to 60, right? That's what I mean.
I'm not
mean,
gonna
yeah.
say 10, but like
I
I
think
don't know if it's that much of a difference.
he's in a class of his own. Like,
Absolutely.
it's
Yeah.
just a crazy season. I
It's-
don't know where it
yeah.
exactly
It's something. I mean,
stands out,
every
but
day there's a headline with him.
Exactly.
He either hits
Every
a,
baseball show we've had, we've brought up Ronald Acuna
he
Jr.
either
in
hits a
some-
450-foot home
form.
run or he steals 13
It's-
bases in a
it's
week, and
insane.
he's. I mean, yeah.
And we talked about it last time. He's like not even 25 yet.
No.
Like we could have
We
said
could've-
Ronald
we
Acuna
could've
Jr.
put
I
him
for
didn't
in
know
there.
he wasn't 25.
Technically, we
That's
could have
insane.
used it.
Well,
It's
Casual.
he's the
I will admit that. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Also, I know it's a little off topic. Back-to-back losses for the Cubs like that in those two fashions.
Oh yeah.
That's
And
brutal.
when they're in a middle
It's
wild card
brutal.
race, I mean that's
They needed.
awful.
They needed
That's
those wins.
terrible.
The Braves didn't, and the Braves took them away.
Yeah, I don't like the Braves.
And the Cubs will pay the price for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. A little Ricky Henderson tribute with the holding the base up. Love to see it.
Alrighty, up next, Garrett
Garrett
Cole threw a complete
Oh,
game
I love Garrett Cole.
shutout versus the Blue Jays.
Love Garrett Cole.
Further adding to his Cy Young case, is he the best pitcher in
Yes.
baseball?
Undisputed. Absolutely.
No.
No.
I think
Who?
I think
Okay, he's probably
maybe
the best. Right
Blake-
now, he's probably the
Blake
best player in
Snell.
baseball.
maybe,
I know I'm not a Blake Snell guy.
maybe best regular season pitcher.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you can say that
I think I can say that.
because
Well, he
he
can't
that
be the best
stretch in
playoff pitcher this
2019.
year.
They didn't win the World Series, but 2019 that stretch he went on through the regular season in through the postseason, it was great.
Yeah, but like as of late, 2021.
Yeah,
Okay.
but like I don't know.
No.
I mean, you could say that Clayton Kershaw is not a playoff performer either,
That's
but he's
true.
a Hall of
And
Famer.
he's going to be a Hall of
Look,
Famer.
probably the best pitcher of
Absolutely.
his
I'll
generation.
I'll root for Garrett Cole, but
I mean, obviously, I think he's the best in the game. The only
Yeah.
competition would be either Snell or
I think it's only Snell. Like
it's just Snow. Okay.
He doesn't
Not
even pitch.
McClanahan.
See, I didn't like that point.
Here's the
but-
thing: a lot of people argue with Snell. He hasn't gone past 7 innings once this year.
No, I'm not a big Snell guy.
Not
like
once.
he has the ERA to show.
got the
for it,
ERA,
but- and the
and
whip's
that's-
come
and that's
down,
it.
but the whip was high up there for a little bit. It was
Absolutely.
hovering around like 140. I
Oh
think.
yeah, he's got it up there. But I mean, Cole's a workhorse. He's the definition of like old school thrower. There's
Yeah.
a lot of guys now who don't throw past the 6th inning
Nope.
because they're up to 112 pitches because they don't know how to dominate batters. And Garrett Cole just goes up there. He throws 47
Yeah.
fastballs in a row, and nobody touches him. And that's why he's the best. He dominates.
Ethan Zaretsky bought it up. He looked exhausted. That looks like a
Yeah.
man that carried the corpse
Oh,
of
yeah.
a team for the past 3 months.
And
That's
he has.
absolutely true.
And that's
Exhausted.
exactly what he's
Can't
done.
wait to see him play in October.
All right.
wait, who's the guy? Who's the guy to the left?
Hey, you guys see the
Look at
catcher's
this-
face in the background?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
catch shot.
I think
just
it's-
about to bring that up.
I think it's Ben Ward.
Yeah, he is looking at the Yankees playoff
I
hopes.
think he just saw the Padres record in extra innings.
Oh,
Like
That's
1 in
crazy.
97.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. He's probably the best pitcher in baseball.
He's the best
probably
pitcher. Plain and
yeah,
simple.
regular season.
Okay.
He's not the best pitcher on the planet though. Jacob DeGrom is still.
Okay.
Mm,
Still the
Injured
best
Jacob
pitcher in
DeGrom. Yeah.
baseball.
All right. Sure.
Alrighty.
Sure.
Moving on, the Milwaukee Brewers clinched the NL Central with President of Baseball Operations David Stearns and potentially manager Craig Counsell on their way to the Mets. Is this the Brewers' last chance to make some
Just for
noise?
y'all to spend
I looked at their stats earlier. There's nobody that pops off the sheet when you look at the stats.
That's
William
what I mean.
Contreras is batting like 270. That's like maybe the best offensive stat they have. I know Canna and Santana. Whoa, that rhymed. Canna and Santana have been great, but like they probably won the trade deadline because it gave them because that was close. The Cubs are inching up on them for a little bit,
Yes, they were.
but nobody like they had the pitching Burns,
Absolutely. they
Um,
have the staff. And that's
Burns,
what matters.
Woodruff.
Woodruff.
Woodruff. That's who I was getting
Peralta
to. Devin
has
Williams
been
out of the
playing
bullpen. I mean, they
Filthy.
have the pitching to get there, but unless somebody goes on to run the offense, I just don't really see it. Both AL and NL, the Central, it's just like whoever gets out of there is basically just a free win for the second ranked team.
I
in
mean,
the
I don't know. The
division.
Brewers, I mean, you said it earlier when we were talking about Bobby Miller. Pitching is the name of the game in
That's
the
true.
playoffs. The Brewers have the best pitching staff in baseball, lowest ERA, and they're absolutely effective. They've been insanely perfect over the past month. They got the best ERA in the league over the past month, and that's what led them to this title. They never do good to start the year, and
No.
then randomly you just like see them and you're like, oh, they clinched because the Brewers just pitch their way to wins. And I don't see, unless somebody on their staff leaves, unless they have a couple pieces leave, I don't see them going anywhere. I think the Cubs are going to get better, but Bellinger's getting traded this year, I guess he's a free agent this year. He's going to sign somewhere else, most likely.
Yelich? Wait,
No,
who?
I'm talking about Cody Bellinger. I don't
Oh,
think any
Cody
team's going to
Bellinger.
catch up to him.
Right.
Oh, for the Cubs.
Reds
You're
fan,
talking about the Cubs.
yeah.
Okay,
Reds
okay,
fan
okay.
over here.
Red
I don't
Sox.
No,
But I'll
you're a
go
Reds
for the
fan right
Reds.
now.
But here's the thing. Who cares about the Brewers right now?
They win games. They win games.
I want them to be good. I want them.
And they
But-
are. They just clinched the playoff
Yeah,
spot.
but there's no media coverage. When was the last time you saw a headline besides
When was the
this?
last time somebody went to Milwaukee?
That's a good point. That's what
Never.
I'm saying.
Damian Lillard.
Oh, yeah, David.
Okay. There we go. I guess there's that. But he doesn't play baseball, and that's what we're talking about.
Look, we're bringing the Brewers some coverage, some much needed coverage, and I think that they have a chance to go on a run right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to go on a run. I mean, they play the who are they probably going to play the Phillies will play the Braves probably, right?
Most
I don't know how.
likely.
I don't really care about how the baseball playoff system works anymore after they just changed it. But the Brewers, I mean, they're losing in the first round. I don't see them getting past it. Pitching is great, but their chance was whenever they blew it against the Nationals or whoever they blew it against, that was their only chance. I don't think they have it anymore. But that's just me.
I think they're going to the playoffs for another couple of years. I don't see them winning anytime soon.
Well, we're taking Stearns. The Mets are the New York Mets are taking Stearns. And if Craig Counsell wants to come too, I'll take it because Showalter's probably going to retire.
And
do
y'all can
something.
win 80 games.
And we're going to win 100. We're going to break the record, win 125 games next year.
You
And win
guys,
the World
we
Series.
got a comment saying that the Nico Jeremy bromance is kind of brewing right now. Do you think that person's drunk or brewing?
I think
More
I
shows
don't-
to
I
come.
didn't really process what was just said, so I don't know.
More shows to come. I guess we'll see.
Alrighty, let's move on. Let's get out of the headlines. Something a little more exciting. Personally, what I'm excited for. You're out of here. The analysts, you guys all sent in your favorite ejections of all time. So, Jeremy, I think yours is in first.
It just might be.
Let's see it.
All right. Once we get that rolling.
Very
Lloyd McClendon,
exciting.
2001, Pittsburgh Pirates. We'll start it off there. He's arguing over a call at first base. Gets up at the umpire's face, gets thrown out. You can't really see him. He's already taken off his hat, and he's thrown it at the ground of the umpire. The best part is yet to come. Kicks some dirt towards the first base bag. And the best moment, he lifts up the base in a tribute to Ricky Henderson and takes it with him back into the
That is
dugout.
great. That's an all-time move.
The
Wow.
Lou Piniella tribute as well. He's going to take it back with him into the dugout, and I'm not sure if it's going to show it.
Look,
He's gonna-
look at the ump.
The umpire is smiling and laughing at him. He's
What?
going to take this base and he's going to throw it into the clubhouse, and he's going to walk off the field.
I mean,
Huh?
what do you do? Like, if you
Hey,
just get in, you just get
You
another
get another.
base.
You have to
just
get another
get
base. They're
another
going to
base.
go run into the clubhouse and get this one back.
Do they
You're
have
going to see him.
multiple
He's going to
bases?
take it and he's just going to throw it down in the clubhouse, and he's done with it. No more.
I mean, that's
no more
great.
bases, and he's out of the game.
That
And-
is an all-time move.
And absolutely, I love it.
All right, so now I guess this is my moment now. This is my favorite ejection ever. This is Noah Syndergaard throws behind the batter,
Chase Utley's a crumb bum.
I hate Chase Utley.
and then why am I blanking on the manager from the Mets?
Terry
Collins.
Collins.
Terry
Terry
Collins,
Collins
comes
the
out firing, and I reference this maybe like twice a week. So what's being said here? One thing I
Can you
can't
reference
say.
this or the Roman Empire more?
Oh, by far,
Terry
this.
Collins, yeah.
By far, my favorite. You gotta give us a shot. I think that's such a funny line, and then what the ump says is really funny too. But
I mean, this went on for like a long
This
time.
was
This is like
very
a 5
heated,
minute
very
thing.
Have you seen the
heated.
This is
video?
a 5 minute
Credit
thing.
to the ump for de-escalating that situation. He does a really
He was
good
very
job.
calm.
We
The
can't
entire
quote
time.
everything he says, but go watch it for yourselves. It's very
Very
entertaining, and it goes on for a very long time.
Oh my gosh, Terry Collins was probably the best players manager in baseball for the time he managed. I mean, he
I'd
was.
say so,
If
yeah.
you ask anybody that Terry managed, he was great. He was great, and especially that sticking up for Syndergaard like that. I mean, that was the first pitch of the game, and he tossed him for it after Chase Utley broke our shortstop's
Exactly.
leg in the
Yes.
playoffs. I mean, the fact that you're not even just gonna like take that.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me that Philly fans housed a bum like Chase Utley for all those years.
Absolutely.
Terrible sportsmanship. All of
Terrible,
that.
terrible
Yep.
guy. Absolutely awful.
Doesn't
Oh,
surprise me. But I don't know. I mean, that's just an
Yeah.
all-time clip.
Alrighty.
We're gonna
let's
roll over
see.
to
Mine,
Kate's
this okay. You guys by far and away blow mine out of the water. But this one just meant a little something to me. This game, Bryce Harper, the Nationals this just perfectly summed up the Nationals meltdown in 2015. This is the game that Wilmer Flores hit the walk-off home run in after he thought he was getting traded. Jump-started the Mets comeback to take the division. I believe they're on 6.5, 7 games at one point in the division. They ended up winning the division by 7.5 games. And this kind of started all early August when that run started. Bryce Harper getting tossed out of the game perfectly just sums up the Nationals' meltdown of the season. And whenever Bryce Harper he got tossed out of the game. I feel like the Mets kind of owned, I don't know his stats, but with the Nationals during 15-16, the Mets had Bryce Harper's number, and he did not like it, as seen here.
I mean, I don't even think this was Bryce Harper's best ejection.
No. The one where he's like throwing the bat on the ground.
He throws the helmet at
he's had a
at the
lot.
Giants pitcher.
This one just meant a lot
What
for
makes
me.
this ejection good is the umpire. He just energized
on
that.
impact.
That was
And the
like,
crowd was, and this was an extra inning.
It's
The crowd was
11th
amped up. That was a
inning.
big at bat. Hanzo Robles, I mean, you're a Red Sox guy. You've seen him. I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised if Bryce Harper sent this thing
can we
to
look at that though?
Brooklyn.
That wasn't even close.
Yeah, that's a strike. That's a strike. That's a good call. I mean, but like if in that situation, extra innings, huge series. I believe the Mets swept that series. I mean, I would have told you that Hanzo Robles was probably giving up a ball to like that. That ball was probably going to go 550 feet, and he struck him out looking.
Look at this. Look at this. Ready?
Gets in his
So
face.
energetic.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Get out of here. Aaron
Yeah,
Boone,
2 men. Or no men on. But still.
Aaron Boone
Points for
style,
fans.
punch him out.
All right, time traveling. This is gonna be an interesting one.
Going through time. Whoa.
If you could put a player from any era in baseball into today's game, who would it be? Why? Jeremy, get us started.
All right, we're going Ricky Henderson.
Whoa, relevant.
Okay.
Very relevant to our show.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly. We've been talking about the
yeah,
stolen
Ricky,
bases.
yeah.
Ricky Henderson is the player. He had over 1,400 stolen bases in his 25-year career. You take Ronald Acuna's 70 from this year, extrapolate that over said 25, 24
Yeah.
seasons, and he's at like 1,750.
That's insane.
Put Ricky in today's game, and I think he kills that stolen bases record of his own. And I mean, I just love to go see him run some more bases.
Yeah.
He stole like nobody else. Everybody knew he was stealing. And
Yeah,
yet,
he still
did it anyway.
and yet he
Yeah.
still stole over 100 backs.
There's
Like,
nothing more electric than a guy that can steal bases.
Mhm.
when
like,
you like know he's doing
The
it.
30
It's
for 30
crazy.
on the Red Sox 4 days in October when Dave Roberts, when they're like going that whole thing with Dave.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's great.
Stolen
Yeah.
bases are, yeah. And
Thanks for bringing
Ricky
that up.
Ricky was the best of the best, and I want to come see him do it again.
Yeah, why not?
Easy enough.
Why not?
Fair.
It's a great pick. So for me, as a Red Sox fan, it just has to be Ted Williams.
Of course it does.
So people forget how insane Ted Williams actually was at the sport of baseball. He played for 19 seasons, finished top 10 in MVP voting 12 out of those 19 years. He went and fought against the
Yeah, he
Nazis.
literally fought
and then-
before, too.
and then
Before, too.
comes
Absolutely.
back, casually wins MVP the first year back. It's insane. His career numbers, I just have some numbers here. 344 batting average, 42 OBP, over 1,000 OPS his whole career. It's insane. But the real reason I want him back, I want to see if he can actually hit that red seat in Fenway Park.
And doesn't he need 3,000? He doesn't have 3,000, right?
No,
Or
yeah,
does
I
he?
think he's like just shy of
Yeah,
3,000.
he'd come back and get 3,000.
Yeah,
Because he had to
absolutely.
go serve in world. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That would just happen.
You got to give it to him, though. You know.
Yeah.
Legend.
But yeah,
Legend. I just
Yeah,
I wanna
wasn't
see-
sure what you just said, but I was going to skip right by it.
I want to see if how his stats would translate over.
I feel like hitters, like pure hitters like him, that translates. That
Yeah.
translates over time.
Mhm.
Whether they're throwing, I mean, they probably weren't throwing as hard with them,
No.
but I feel like if you're a hitter, if you're hitting 344 like
You're
that,
hitting for
that,
average.
that goes,
absolutely.
that transcends time.
It goes-
Like Jeff McNeil. Jeff McNeil, Ted
Oh,
Williams.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
Right,
Same
same.
guy.
Same
Jeff
player.
McNeil, Ted Williams. They're
Listen,
right there.
never mind. I'm
Do you
not
think
gonna
they
say
can
it. I was
bring him
gonna
back
say
in the future?
What?
Ted Williams?
Isn't his head frozen or something like that?
Is it?
In Cooperstown, I think.
What, is he Walt
His head
Disney?
isn't frozen in
Can we
Cooperstown.
verify?
There is no way.
I think his
head is
bat's in
frozen.
Cooperstown.
no
I don't think his
way.
head's
Maybe,
That's
maybe his hat is
Can we
covered.
look at something?
There's no way that Cooperstown has
Someone
his
look
head
that
up.
frozen in
Yeah,
a
no.
There's
freeze.
no
I
way.
thought Ted Williams' head was frozen.
I don't think so.
I think you're making that up. I think Walt Disney's head is frozen. That would be crazy.
No, not a chance. Can we get
Maybe he has like
verification
a
on
wax
that?
figure. I don't know.
I'll look it up and it'll come back to you.
Yeah, wax museum, absolutely.
All right, my
your
player
pick,
that I'm bringing
Cade?
back, I fought with this for a little bit. I was going to say Mets player. I was going to say Tom Seaver. I'm going to say Babe Ruth because this guy is hitting 130 if he's in today's league. He's hitting 130. Maybe he gets one home run. This guy's going up. I mean, look at him. He has a triple
Yes, look
chin.
at him.
He looks like Jabba the Hutt. He is
You know who
not
else has a triple chin? Danny Burgers.
Yeah, Danny Burgers is
Danny
more
Burgers
higher average than
breaks.
Babe Ruth would. Danny Burgers is hitting for a higher batter. I mean, he is.
I think if Babe
He's hitting
Ruth-
130. He's hitting 2 home runs. He's getting 1 RBI. He's getting thrown. He's hitting the ball probably to deep left field and getting thrown out at first base. He is not. He does not transcend.
But he's
this
gonna have a
league.
great time. He's gonna have a great
maybe.
time.
Yeah, he's probably gonna be ripping cigarettes in the dugout, and
Absolutely.
drinking in
He's
the
gonna be
dugout.
having
But
fun.
yeah, I mean,
That's
good
all
for
that
him.
matters.
But he's getting DFA'd in a week. He's coming back up. And he's getting DFA'd.
Oh my God.
That's why I want to bring him back just so he can get exposed. If he sees Jacob deGrom throwing a 102 mile per hour fastball right by him, he's thinking that's like which I don't know what he thinks it is.
We got
Yeah.
news. According to CBS News from an article in 2002, Ted Williams is frozen in 2 pieces. We got
And what are they gonna do with the 2 pieces?
Where is it? Where is
We're
it?
gonna
Is it in Cooperstown?
It's in 2 locations. I also looked it up. It's in 2 different locations.
2 pieces.
One of them can't be Cooperstown.
CBS News, I think I trust them.
All right, so he's
Okay.
frozen, and what are they gonna do with 2 pieces of Ted Williams?
You're
They're
gonna
gonna,
stitch him
they're
back
gonna
up.
put him back together?
Yeah, like Humpty Dumpty. Except they couldn't do that with Humpty Dumpty. But they're gonna bring him back,
Okay.
and then he's gonna.
He's
Be
just
the
gonna
Red Sox guy.
dominate.
I want to know
And
why
he's
he's
frozen?
in 2 pieces. Didn't he die normal? It's not like he died. It's not like he
They
died
didn't get,
normal.
like,
He died
chopped.
normally.
Oh my gosh.
What are they doing?
That is really funny.
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh well. I guess we'll see half of Ted Williams in the future.
Yeah, we
He's
will.
gonna be making a comeback.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, let's move on to our That's Clipped. Up first, we've got the Astros and the Mariners got into it following Hector Neris strikeout of Julio Rodriguez.
And this is why I hate the Astros.
Hector Neris, another Philly bum.
Mm.
Every single player that plays on the Phillies is just a jerk.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
I mean, he's strong.
I don't understand why.
Although
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
sorry.
Is
I
there
do
like a
agree.
backstory to this?
I
like,
do
besides-
agree though with like the whole if you hit a home run, I think you should watch it. If you strike a guy, you're juiced up, you should.
Okay,
I'm
but you
for
can,
it.
like, there's-
realistically, I'm for.
Oh,
it.
the bullpen.
I mean,
that is
the-
so
The
stupid.
bullpen,
I don't-
That's so
that doesn't
funny.
make any sense.
I
I mean,
think
like
the
the
bull-
random bullpen guys coming sprinting in
I
from the
never
pen,
get that. They always come running at like
And
they're
they're
always
always
like
like-
walk up and talk, and they always come out.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on.
and they're
here.
there for like, and then they like start a second altercation where they're just yelling at people for
Yeah,
no reason
really.
after
Like,
nothing
this guy's
happens.
coming out-
Yeah, they shouldn't allow him back. He should be tossed out of the game.
Look
He's
at
coming
Neris
back out of the
also
dugout.
sprinted right at Rodriguez when he said that. There has to be some prior beef.
100%.
Right, that's
there
what
Did
has to be.
Rodriguez
No,
hit a home run
Will
off?
said, how does Kate get on every show?
I'm on every show because I'm the top talent here. Well, so I think you should be asking stuff why you aren't on the show, pal. I don't know.
Pal, buddy.
Anyway,
Buddy, don't mind.
But I don't know. I think J-Rod is electric, and I want to see them in the playoffs over the
Yep,
Astros. I'm an
absolutely.
avid Astros hater ever since 2017.
Mhm.
It's pained me to the heart. But yeah, I don't know. I want them in the playoffs, and I think Neris and the rest of the Astros organization should be banished from baseball.
I do like it though.
Cool,
I
like that.
like all the scrubs. Old heads are like, oh, just strike them out and go back to the bench. No, I like
No,
it.
yeah,
I
we
like
got to get
seeing
fired
it.
up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. For sure.
Alrighty, next, Spencer Strider's hot sports take is that fans shouldn't be allowed in the games like 2020. This is wild. Who on earth would want that? I hated watching it at home, hearing
Spencer
this silence.
Strider and
like,
his stretching.
This guy
routine.
stinks. This guy
Oh,
stinks.
moron.
He was
This
actually
guy
great on the.
stinks.
He was great on the fantasy team.
I
this year.
mean, what? That's. I mean, I guess it's a hot take, but what are we?
He said he wants him in the outfield, and that's
What
it.
are we
Here's
doing?
why. Here's what I.
It's a game.
He
like,
wants baseball to die.
This-
That's what he wants.
This is a
Yeah.
dangerous.
He's almost
mindset.
as bad as Braves fans.
If I were a pitcher and I thought this, I would never admit this because now you're giving fans
Oh, yeah.
so
Oh,
much.
yeah, they're
fuel.
gonna heckle the
What's,
heck out of
what
him.
what was the thing? The Pirates when Johnny Cueto like dropped the ball, and they're all chanting Cueto, and then he
Oh,
gives
yeah.
up a home
It's in
run.
the, yeah,
I mean, that
the
is
playoff game against
if you
Russell
can
Martin.
get
I was
inside.
watching it the other day.
I've been talking a lot about Philly fans. If Philly fans hear this, they're gonna live
Oh,
rent free in his head.
Exactly.
They're
Oh,
going to live.
for
The
they're
sure.
gonna
second,
live
second
rent
if,
free in
if
his
he
head.
pitches in Philly in the
It's
playoffs
not
this year,
going
it's
well.
game over.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that is an outrageous.
You can
thing.
strike out as many guys as you want, but
No fans.
just
No,
why?
that's
Why would
crazy.
you want that? The entire but like imagine coming to like a game somewhere and it's just like obviously it happened during 2020 because
Yeah.
it had to, but now like what do you? Why
I mean,
are you
why
there?
do you play the game?
Why are you playing?
Like,
Yeah.
Your dream.
I know
to
you're
be in front
making
of a
money,
crowd.
but like you're doing it in
Terrible.
front of nobody.
Yeah, I don't like this take.
Go to the minor leagues if you want to play in front of
Yeah.
nobody. Go down.
all right, this week's W moment of the day, personal to my heart. I am a Phillies fan, but
Oh, I've been
We've been
sleeping
hitting
in
the
Phillies
Phillies
all
all
the
the
time.
time.
He's right next to me. I had no idea.
Phillies outfielder Johan Rojas hit a walk-off single against the Pirates. His parents came to the U.S. for the first time to see him play and got to watch the walk-off.
This
That
isn't-
clinched the playoff spot, right?
I have no idea.
I don't
I
think.
don't.
Oh.
McChrystal,
Yeah.
did it clinch the
Rare.
playoff
Did that
spot?
clinch a playoff spot, McChrystal?
Yes,
It
it
was-
did.
Okay.
Okay.
I was
yeah.
gonna say.
And
And
of course-
the home playoff series.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
That's a
I'll play.
big hit.
Yeah,
I
I
guess
mean,
I
This
could,
is
yeah.
really a W moment. This is great. This
Yeah,
is a
good
great
for,
story.
I mean, they don't
Yeah,
really show
cool.
the family. Do they show the family?
Yeah, I mean, that's the W moment. The fact
It's
that
the
he
Yeah.
family,
Exactly.
not
In
the
front
fact
of
that the
fact
Phillies
that he
won.
walked off, like, who cares?
All right,
It's
whatever.
the fact that he
Phillies,
did it in
yeah,
front of
yeah,
his
yeah.
family.
Who
Yeah.
cares?
In front of
I
the
mean,
family is
that's
the
cool.
part. They don't even show his family on here.
Yeah.
You would think they put
I mean,
it in
that's
the
a great
clip,
moment.
You think they'd know exactly where they are in the
Right,
stadium?
yeah,
They
yes.
always want to pan
And
to the
it's
family.
even bigger in the poop game.
But in
The
the
Yeah.
Pirate-
Yeah,
I
second
mean,
inning.
the
second
reason
inning,
he's
yeah.
playing, absolutely. I mean, But yeah, it's
0-0 game. Yeah.
Good for him. Good for his family. Terrible for the Phillies because who wants to watch more
Yeah.
Phillies baseball?
Good
Nobody.
for them though. I always like the family moments. The family moments are always
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
They hit close to the heart. Absolutely.
Like whenever you can get your family there. I once all of high school, my parents didn't come to a single recreational basketball
my
game I had.
Okay, right.
And they said you can drive now, just go by yourself. And I went by myself. And
my gosh.
they didn't watch me drop 16 playoff. They didn't watch me drop 16 points the first half of the playoff game, and they didn't see me drop 2 points in the second half of that playoff.
That's
game.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
good and a bad, you
God.
know.
It's
I mean, for me, high school baseball, going back to what Spencer Strider said, I always
You
rose
wanna
to the
play in no
occasion.
fans?
No, I always
Rose to
wanted-
the occasion.
I rose to the occasion. When there was a crowd, I would get a hit. Every other game, I basically went over. So
Okay.
that was pretty bad. But
so what? You went 1 for
47.
How long?
yeah,
in his
47?
career, yeah.
I went for 2 for 12. I was kind of starting
2 for
bench.
12.
2 for
Starting
12.
bench.
Left bench.
Starting,
Yeah, I
starting
was.
bench. There you go. Hey, you know
Not
what?
bad.
Bench players.
Yeah,
Just
so-
Nico says that the Phillies are a first-round exit.
Yeah,
that's what I
probably.
want to hear.
Lock it in.
Yeah.
Lock it in.
Who are
I'm
they? Who are they
sick of-
getting? Again, I don't
Most
know this whole wild card.
The
Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks.
Okay,
Corbin
maybe not.
Carroll's going off.
Maybe not a
That's
first
like
round
what
exit.
happened last season.
Maybe
They
not a
can
first
have
round
it.
exit. But if they get, I don't know how to. So they would get the
They get the
seed.
2 seed, but they don't have. It's the fourth
It's the
seed.
Diamondbacks.
Yeah, but who would they
But it's
play?
a
Well,
home-
if they
it's the
win that,
Diamondbacks.
who
It's
would
a
they
home
play?
playoff.
Braves.
The winner of.
They get the Braves again.
So they have the
The winner
home.
gets the Braves.
So they have the home wild card, and then the winner gets to play the Braves.
Yes.
Okay, so on the chance they win against the Diamondbacks, they're still gonna lose to the Braves, so it doesn't really matter anyways. So best case scenario
Yeah.
for Phillies fans, they're a second round playoff exit.
Just like in the NBA.
Yep, the way it should be.
Yeah,
The second round demons is the city
Philly.
of Philly.
Yeah, Philly.
Philly and playoffs don't really go together.
No.
It was a rough year last year. But this year
It's
could
been
be
a lot of
different.
rough
It was
years.
crazy for Philly sports. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
every major sport.
Every
going to
major
the-
sport,
so
except
much-
the Flyers, because
I
the Flyers were terrible.
I don't want to hear how rough it was. Oh my God, terrible! Your team's made the finals in 2 of your sports. That stinks. My team
Would you-
literally
okay,
can't even
let's-
win games. We can't even
Would
win
you
games.
rather like make to the playoff? Oh, I guess it depends on like how long you've been in the playoff drought. But would you rather go like all the way to the finals and lose in like the most soul crushing way, or just like be last place? in,
I'd
like,
rather
August?
Be last
I'd
place.
100. No, I'd want to make the finals.
No,
Okay,
that's
my-
it was three teams that made it, not 2, 3.
For what?
for
The
Philly
close
sports.
teams, you said it was 2.
Oh,
That's
well,
just how
we
much
count-
Philly
we
sports
counting
matter.
MLS?
Well, you know.
Yeah, well,
Are we counting
the
MLS?
Union.
didn't make
I
it.
don't
The
care
Union
about
didn't
MLS
make it.
soccer. Okay.
You should.
Who's the other team that made the finals then?
The
Union.
The Union.
Don't care.
Uh,
The Phil. Are we counting the
Phillies?
Philadelphia Wings?
Phillies.
Are you counting? Did the Wings make it? Are we counting National League
Eagles.
Lacrosse?
Eagles.
Yeah, that's 2 teams.
And the Phillies.
Phillies and the Eagles.
And the Union.
The Union doesn't count. I don't care about the MLS. I don't count about the MLS. I don't care about it.
Such a good season.
I
You
do
have
not
to
care
You
count
don't care
it.
about Messi being in the MLS.
Anyway, back to the original point. My team's finished last every single year. It's not like I don't care about it. It's been 21 years. I have gotten used to it. I don't care. I want to make a championship. We made 1 World Series in 2015. We lost in 5 games. We probably should have won in 5 games.
And that
And it
moment
sucks,
lives in
but
your
I live
head.
with it. I'm like, that's one of the greatest moments of my life.
Already?
Yeah, we made the World Series.
It's the best moment he's had.
No.
The Mets stink. They suck. They made the World Series in 2015. It was awesome. I loved it. Every moment of it. Every moment.
All right, I agree with you. I agree.
It was awesome.
All right. On that note, that concludes today's episode. That was so much fun. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you on the next episode.
Woo. Bye, Mom.